Welcome everyone, thanks for tuning in and flowing with me today. This video is a flexibility flow, working deep flexibility towards front splits and middle splits. Movements here, bending into one knee, then the other. Stretch out through one hamstring, then the other. Continue this movement. Do anything here that feels good to you as long as you're feeling a stretch along the backs of your legs. That's the goal here. Continue to press strong. And switch sides. Wrap your feet all the way up to meet your hands. Take hands at opposite elbows. Allow your spine to hang long. Release through your upper back, your shoulders. Allow everything to hang long. Going on here, so feel free to take it at your own pace. Do what feels good. Next time you come down, hands will come wide on your mat as if you're setting up for a very wide-based crow pose. Lean forward, allow your elbows to take your knees a little wider for an assisted frog. As long as you're feeling some opening in your hips here, you're doing it right. And this movement will look a little different on every body. Now your alignment of hips versus in line with the knees is up to you on this first frog split. Find where you feel your most stretch. For me, that's with my hips a little bit below my knees. For you, it might be when they're right in line with your knees. Walk your hands slightly to the left side and gaze over your left shoulder. Sink a little lower. If you had your hips pressing back towards the back wall like I was, see if you can bring them right in line with your knees. Send your hips high, downward facing dog. Walk it out a little here. Next, inhale, send the left leg up high behind you. Exhale, pull that knee into chest and step it up in between the hands. When you straighten out that front leg, you're working hamstrings of the front leg. Continue bending and extend. Very conscious of the stretch in your right hip flexor. Keep actively pressing your hips down a little closer towards the floor, stretching that hip flexor. Drop the knee and lift the knee. Next time you lift the knee, hold there. Walk your hands to the top of your left thigh. Continue to press down. Stay in your low lunge here. Continue to breathe. I know this is a deep stretch. Reverse the stretch. Press your hips up and back. Stretching out that hamstring, and we'll take our rocking motion forwards and backwards. Exhale, lunge forward. And if it feels good to sit up tall, taking some little bounces, go for it. Continue to breathe here. And we'll begin that same series of stretches on the other side. Next time you're low, stay there. Bend the back knee, drop it all the way down. Keep your hips as low as possible and lift that back knee up off. Stay strong, hold here, deep breaths, and drop that back knee all the way down. Hands come to the top of the right thigh, and the forward motion or the backward motion just feels really good for you to stay there. Stay there for a few breaths, then switch it up. Always feel free to pause the video and continue your stretches. Hold in the hamstring stretch. Reach up. Exhale, heart center. 3 more of those. Reach. Exhale. Reach. Exhale. Last one. Reach. And exhale. Shake out both legs. If you sent the right leg high on the other side, go ahead and send your left leg high behind you on this side. Otherwise, find your way to your forward fold. Have a yoga block. It's a good idea to set it up under that front hip as you lower yourself down. Otherwise, you can use your hands on either side of you, stack up a stack of books, really anything you can set up to prop you up a little higher so that you're not dropping into too intense of a stretch. That's not good for improving flexibility. That's good for pulling muscles. So really take your time. Feel free to pause the video, sink a little deeper. Take your own time stretching here. I'll just be showing some different variations on screen to allow you guys some time to stretch on your own practice. Your split on this side, continue that forward rocking and backward rocking motion until you come to all fours. Loosen out your hips, some circles, some forward and back motions, shake out your legs, do anything you need to here to get you feeling good to get going on the other side. And don't be afraid, that's completely normal. I have that. Everyone most likely has that. We're all working to be a little more even, and yoga lets us realize the asymmetries in our bodies, which is actually awesome that now that we're able to realize it, we know what we need to work on. As you sink deeper into your child's pose, allow your knees to fall wider and wider as the big toes stay together for as long as they can for a frog stretch variation. Gently release the stretch by coming forward, shaking out the ankles a little bit, taking a big stretch on your mat. Stretch the arms out forward, your feet out behind you for a long spine, long body here. Deep breath in. And exhale, allow your body to melt down deeply, supported by the floor below you. I want to thank you all for flowing and stretching with me today. I hope I inspired some movements for you to incorporate in your personal practice, and that you feel like you got a good stretch and made some good steps in working towards your splits. Splits are really all about consistency. You got to keep stretching. I say at least 2 or 3 times a week to see some serious improvements. So keep with it. Good luck, and keep me updated on your progress. I love to hear it. So leave your progress in the comments. Any questions that you have for me, I'd be happy to answer. Namaste.